Legend has it that long ago, a group of 7 heroes rose up and saved the world from hordes of merciless fiends. Their names were thus: Kazinsi, Subier, Dantarg, Noel, Bakon, Rock Bouquet, Wagnus. It was said they would return, should the world fall under threat once more. Each time that conflict and turmoil descended upon the land, people were reminded of that legend. However, as discord gave way to peace, the legend would slip from people's minds into oblivion. Thus, history was doomed to repeat. After years of stability, the veil of peace lifted, revealing another age of division and strife.
It's only a matter of time before fiends attack this town.
We need the legendary 7 heroes to save us. Now, more than ever.
You fiends! I refuse to cower before you!
What?
Once again, the names of the 7 heroes rang throughout the land. Those harbingers of justice had returned. And yet,
Hello everyone, it's Strife here with my new Let's Play of Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of the Seven. So this is a remake of a Super Nintendo game, Romancing Saga 2. That's on the Super Nintendo. This is released on the Switch as well as other consoles. The Switch version is probably the most inferior version, which is the one I'm playing. You might get better performance issues if you play the Steam version or the PlayStation version. Ironically, I will probably be getting a Switch 2 after this Let's Play is over for reasons. But I think the performance is good enough on the Switch one. It is a turn-based RPG, so any little bits of lag isn't gonna ruin the game. You might notice maybe some textures don't load right away in this version. Anywho, this is a remake of Romancing Saga 2 with all new 3D models. And for the gameplay, it's pretty ambitious. I got kind of sucked into the gameplay. There are different routes you can take, different orders you can do the dungeons, and depending on your choices, you might be fighting different bosses, depending on how long you take to do some of the scenarios. Okay, so let's take a look at the options. I don't think we're gonna change anything in here, but we got different languages. We can also change the soundtrack if you want to the classic. The classic, music. Everything else is good, though. Gonna keep all the display on here. All the new HUD info is very useful, especially for, displaying weaknesses. Alright, let's go back to remake. The remake music. Okay. Let's start a new game. We gotta adjust this. The middle's probably fine, right? Until it's barely visible. Sometimes I just like it brighter anyway, so I can see. Yeah, this is good. So we have 3 difficulties. I think in the original, this is classic. In classic mode is pretty much just hard mode. So yeah, we can harken back to the classic Saga experience with just the right difficulty to keep you on the edge of your seat. This might be difficult for some people. Some of the enemies do rude amounts of damage, especially at the beginning. They do more damage than your units even have health. So that's probably why they made a normal and a casual experience, because yeah, hard mode was just the normal experience for the people playing the original game. We'll try hard. We can always lower it down. If we do beat the game on any difficulty, there are 2 other difficulties, expert and romancing. If you want to make you tear your hair out, we'll start on hard. Alright. Choose your character. You can pick Final Emperor or Final Empress. I don't think they have any canon names. They have very minor differences. I think stat-wise, Final Emperor has 2 extra points in strength and 1 stamina, making him a little bit better with melee weapons. While Final Empress has 1 extra dexterity point, which factors in to I think bows and rapiers. Or short swords. And then she has 1 extra point in speed and 1 extra point in magic, so she's a little bit better in magic. But once you get to the point where you're actually using your Final Emperor or Empress, stats don't really matter. You're already kitted out that you can do any role you want. Other differences, Final Emperor has 19 life points, while Final Empress has 10 life points. Life points being the amount of times you can die or get knocked out in a battle before you're just perma dead. So in some cases, people might choose Final Empress for their first playthrough, because she only has 10 life points. And then you just acquire her Moonlight Sword that she comes equipped with, and then they do New Game Plus with Final Emperor, who can take more death, and they can get the Dayblade in New Game Plus. And like that, they'll have both weapons. Another benefit for picking Final Empress is that she is immune to temptation. Female units get a slight advantage against one boss who uses that attack. That she cannot be charmed. So as for what I want to pick, I mean any of these is fine. I kind of like the guy character better, to be honest. His armor, I don't know, just looks more regal. This girl looks like she's gonna go get cocktails or something. This guy is like leading an empire. So I'm not gonna do 2 playthroughs, I'm just gonna do 1. And my goal is to have a mostly like chronological experience, I guess. You can play this game any way you want. This is like, there's like no correct way. If you try to look at like walkthroughs or like the best walkthrough, it pretty much has you like going everywhere to like grab spells before even like, and then like exiting the dungeon before even like encountering the boss. But I'm gonna try for like a more linear experience, like for first time players. All right, I'm gonna select you. I'm gonna do Final Emperor, which is weird because I usually like playing female characters, but I don't know. He seems a little bit more regal. All right, enter our name. I'll just pick the male version of my name. Gabriel. The Archangel. Alright, this name okay? Yes.
Praise be to the Empire.
Alright, and now to never see this character until the end of the game. Alright, load times also might be better for playing on the Switch 2 version or PC version, just FYI. But yeah, since it is an RPG, it won't really matter much for gameplay.
Hey, Mr. Minstrel, will you please tell me one of your stories?
I shall tell you a tale of a war fought many, many years ago. A tale of Avalon and the Varennes Empire, and the succession of emperors that led it into prosperity. Spirits, lend me your voices, that this tale might inspire all to greater heights. The stage is set during the time of good Emperor Leon. In those days of Eld, Avalon was a nation of little note. Conflict had spread throughout the land, like fire through dense brush. Leon knew that quenching its flames was key to unifying the people under one banner. Under his roof, he cared for 2 sons, the courageous Victor and the kind-hearted Gerard. One fine spring day, Emperor Leon took Gerard out on a foray to cull the fiends lurking in a cave.
This cave has caused our people to suffer for far too long. We must eradicate the foul creatures within and seal it off.
Understood, Father.
We are to reconvene with the Vanguard unit. On the way, I shall teach you the basics of combat. However, this is no training exercise. You must be prepared both mentally and physically.
I shall do my best to see that I am.
Alright, we have control. Use left stick to move around the map. Press on the L stick or ZR to toggle sprinting. We can also change the camera with the right stick, and yeah. We can also alter the sprint behavior. I like the toggle. I like the toggle sprint. It's good enough. Alright, let's meet up with our allies. Yeah, this is our like regular walking or running speed, and then we can sprint. Alright, let's also take a look at our menu. So right now we just have control of Leon and Gerard. You can see probably in the left-hand upper corner, it says Imperial Year 1000. This game will span many years. You can actually get to the year 4000, depending on how you play the game. Or you can have like a very short run. Alright, is there like tutorials in here? Attributes. This will probably become more apparent as we play the game. But yeah, you can see like skill levels for different weapons, skill levels for different magics. Equipment. Equip gear can be changed from the equipment screen. Each unit can equip up to 2 weapons. More armor and accessories means higher defense, but will also encumber the unit, causing them to have reduced speed in battle, aka they'll like attack last. Units can also equip up to 2 non-gear items at once. Attacking last might also have its benefits, because like the enemy has already done its turn. Maybe you could have like someone heal at the end. Okay, so we have 2 weapon slots. Right now we don't have too many weapons on us, but you can equip martial arts on Gerard if you want. You can punch things. I think one other thing that you might have are some accessories. I think if you pre-ordered the game, you would have gotten 2 accessories. Cat's amulet and I think it was like Xinhuan's tactical primer. I think the cat's amulet like would give you more money, and then the tactical primer would give you more technique points after every battle. But the accessories stop working once you hit the Imperial Year 1001. So it's like only really useful in the prologue. So I'm not gonna worry too much about it. It's only a pre-order bonus too, so like you can't even go to the eShop and like download it, which is like meh. Makes it feel like the game's a little bit incomplete. Alright, we will keep this loadout. Text and spells. The retinue acquires text, spells, and evasions can be viewed from the text and spell screens. Reordering of text and spells, viewing each skill's glimmer chart, and sealing of unwanted skills can all be done from the screen. We don't really have like too many skills, so we don't have to worry about this. But yeah, we have like text, spells, evasions at the bottom, which helps us evade certain skills. There's like a lot of evasions. You can have like an evasion for like every single skill, and then you can only like equip 4, so you have to kind of pick and choose for each boss. Gerard knows nothing. Yeah, Gerard's gonna be hard to use for a while. Inventory. Currently held items can be viewed from the inventory screen. Items such as BP restoratives or like battle points. This is like our mana. Can be selected for outside of the encounters from the screen. Consumable items equipped to the retinue members can be set to automatically replenish from the inventory after their usage in battle. I think it will actually have auto replenishing on Balm and Quality Balm. You can use these in battle. You'll also acquire like liquor. That will use to restore your battle points, aka mana. But you can't use those in battle. You can only use those outside of combat. Alright, and then like all our gear is like on these other tabs. Okay, formations. The retinue currently active battle formation can be viewed from the battle formation screen. The positioning of units can cause various effects per retinue member. Be sure to plan wisely for optimal results. More formations will become available as the story progresses. Right now it says like we only have 2 members in our retinue. It's like free fall, so we're just all across in one line. We will be able to switch to Imperial Cross though, depending on like who you're fighting. Different formations. It might be better to like scatter your units, so you don't get all like bundled up and hit all at the same time. And they also have additional effects too. Alright. Chronicles. Empirical Chronicle records summaries of the Emperor's journey and their next objective. Completed quests can be viewed from here. Selecting a Chronicle entry will highlight relevant objectives or locations, making it easier to locate and progress the current story. In case we forget, or just want to see like what choices we made from like a previous quest. You could also like do tracking, like Yeah, in case you're on like multiple quests, you can like set up marker for a particular one that you want. Let's see, Imperial Standing. Base weapons and spell school levels of the Empire as a whole can be viewed from the Imperial Standing screen. These levels can be raised as long as any retinue member uses these particular weapon types or casts spells of the respective element in combat. The higher the overall standing, the higher the basic attributes of new retinue members that can be recruited at the taverns. So, the best way I can describe this mechanic is it helps your other units rubber band. It helps your other units rubber band to your current level. Imperial Retinue will increase, the revenues at the bottom will increase by expanding the Empire or by establishing new facilities in Avalon. The Emperor's Retinue will gain income passively with every victorious encounter. Enemy strength indicates the power level of the mob enemies, and the overall increases with story progression and battle victories. So because you can do like dungeons out of order, they just adjust the enemy strength based on like how much fighting you've done before. So like in some walkthroughs, they actually recommend that you just try to speedrun past as many enemies as you can to keep the enemy strength low. I find that not to be a good idea though, because then you won't be getting any revenue and you won't be glimmering any spells. Losing or fleeing from battle will not contribute to their level. Also, I think in normal mode, the enemy strength does cap out at like level 16. I just go through Almanac. We probably won't worry about this. There's like gonna be nothing in the compendiums or lists, and that's in there. Alright, and of course settings. We can use to load files or change our options. Alright, this will probably become more apparent as we play. Let's do some walking. Do I like this camera? Guess I could use this camera. Actually, I think I do need to change some of the controls. Effects, text speed. Where's the camera? Vertical. Wait. Horizontal. Why is it inverted? Okay. It felt like it was inverted for some reason. Alright, what's the dash style? I'm gonna change it to toggle. Okay. Yes. Let's keep it at that. Nice, run to the enemy. We'd also like try to sneak up. Try to sneak up on the enemy if we can. Encounters will be conducted in a turn-based format along an overarching timeline. The turn order and upcoming actions will be displayed on the top left of the screen. Try using a variety of text and spells to take down the enemy. Alright, so Gerard, you can either just do basic short sword attack or punch them. I guess I'll just stab them. It doesn't do that much damage. Luckily, Leon does more. Let's see, a lot more, even with basic sword attack. Oh god. Gerard, don't die this fast. I might have to use a double cut. He's already dead. Alright, well we get to experience our first death. Incapacitation and LP. When a unit's HP drops to 0, they will become incapacitated and be unable to take action. Incapacitation will cause the battle formation to become broken and the effects to be lost. Incapacitated retinue members can be revived by using bombs or life water, which are like magic spells. Incapacitated units will also revive automatically upon ending an encounter. Becoming incapacitated will cause the unit to lose 1 life point. Getting attacked while incapacitated will cause the unit to lose further life points. If the life points of a retinue member reaches 0, they will die and become permanently removed from the party. LP cannot be restored by any means outside of certain special circumstances. Rip Gerard. Alright, well, Leon's a little bit more tanky. Here, I'll double cut you so you don't attack me. Stop it.
Watch and learn, Gerard.
Watch and learn from the floor, dude. Get up.
Well done, everyone.
Alright, we get a little bit of technique points. Characters will earn technique points, TP, when emerging victorious from battle. Once certain thresholds of TP are reached, the character's weapons spell skill level will increase. Units will only gain TP for weapons as well as they use during an encounter, including restorative spells. Be sure to use a wide variety to ensure they grow stronger. I think if you use multiple weapons though, or spells in a single encounter, it does divide your technique points among like everything you used. So like, say if Gerard used short sword and then he punched, you would get like 6 points in the short sword and then 6 points for fists. Max HP and BP values will also earn TP as long as the unit is present in the encounter, and will similarly increase in level once TP requirements are met. And I guess I could have used a ball launcher Gerard, but I was like, it's the first encounter. What's the worst that gonna happen? Alright. Okay, I do kind of not like this camera. I think I might invert. I do kind of want to invert the horizontal sticks. I don't know why it feels off. Probably because I'm playing a different game that, like, had different sticks. With that. Okay, that feels a lot better. Alright, will you turn around or are you gonna face forward? Scary zombie! If I was a child, I'd be really scared. Alright, we'll just run into him.
Father, we have been beset upon!
Weaknesses. I'm gonna give us a Jura for this. We're kind of like trying to probe for that. Enemies have varying weaknesses. Attacking them with a weapon or spell type that an enemy is weak to will deal more damage and fill the overdrive gauge on the bottom right. Try using different weapon types and spells to find out what's the most effective on your foes. I do like every chance I get, I will try to like attack a weakness even if it doesn't do that much damage, just because I wanna fill up the overdrive gauge. The spell tab can be accessed by using L or R to toggle on the battle menu. Well, that's kind of useful in case you want to toggle to the items as well. Alright, Gerard, how about you just punch the corpse? Yeah, it's just like silly, just like walk up and, I'm just gonna walk up and punch you in the face. like what? But it's weak to punching. I guess like a blunt force trauma? Yay, blunt force trauma.
I can do this.
Alright, keep punching. I think you can. Luckily, he's attacking Leon, so.
Allow me to prove my might.
Leon can take a few hits.
Well done, everyone.
Alright, this time Gerard did not die. Alright, HP of all retinue members will be automatically healed back to full at the end of each encounter. Used BP will not be automatically restored and can only be replenished through long rest. BP recoveries or items. I do like how the HP does recover after each fight. You don't have to like keep going in and like have pouring potions on your units. It's just automatically filled. It's just you managing the battle points though, or trying to conserve battle points until you can rest that up. Or pour liquor on everybody. Also make sure you take a peek everywhere. There are items on the floor. There's also a map. They're kind of sneaky with the items. Did I miss one? Actually, there was supposed to be a little sparkly on the floor. I did get it. Yeah, they're very sneaky with like how the items are hidden. Might be like in like behind a bush or like a couch or something. Alright, this is the rest of our retinue.
Perhaps you should rest. It could not have been easy to get here.
No, we have not a moment to waste.
But Your Majesty, there are many dangerous foes lurking within these walls.
No need for concern. Gerard must learn to fend for himself eventually.
I am more than aware of the perils we face.
Are you ready, Gerard? We will engage the enemy with the Imperial Cross formation. I shall take up position in the center, while Bear will protect us from the front. James and Therese shall occupy the flanks. Finally, you shall remain in the back, the safest position for someone as green as you. Focus on offense. Let's move out!
Sir!
Right, sir, yes, sir. Yeah, I guess Gerard does need to be in the back. The main menu can be accessed pressing plus. We've done that. Attributes, equipment, and learned tech spells of retinue members can be viewed in the main menu. Alright, so yeah, our formation is set already. In the Imperial Cross formation, we have Bear up front as a tank. He gets extra defense. And our Emperor Leon is in the middle. He's harder to target. And Gerard is in the back. Also harder to target. Being in the back also lowers his speed, so he'll probably attack later on. Alright, and we can check our other retinue members. Got Bear the tank. We got James, light infantry. And then Therese, the ranger. Probably a little bit better to see their equipment, kind of see what they typically use. Yeah, Therese, high dexterity, good for using longbows and short swords. And then James, you can like use, he's pretty balanced. You can probably use all weapons, but right now they have him equipped with like two-handers. One bad thing about two-handers is that once you use a tech that uses a two-hander, you can't block with a shield. Although you can equip a shield just in case. Like, if you use magic, it'll set your unit to one-handed mode instead. Alright, well we don't have too many shields to equip. There is also a difference between like bucklers and bigger shields. Alright, let's defeat all the enemies. Jumping. Press X to jump in the overworld. Jumping will be useful to hop over ledges and other obstacles standing in your way. Should a gap prove to be challengingly wide, jumping while sprinting will allow for further leaps. Yep, skip, jump. Alright, we did it. Alright, sparkling on the ground, another beast claw. Hello, he saw me.
I must follow my father's example.
As long as there are 5 units in the retinue, they can form a battle formation, which often has special properties that can affect the flow of battle. In the Imperial Cross formation, the frontmost unit is more likely to be targeted by foes, while the rearmost unit is less likely. Alright, and yeah, if one of your units dies like Gerard did, it will break up their formation. You go back into free-for-all mode. Do I want to punch you, or do whatever? Punch the jam.
I'm ready.
Alright, probe for weaknesses. You are weak to bows. I think I'm gonna double fight you.
Not today.
Good. Good, attack Bear, he's the tank. Oh, that was fast. We already glimmered something. New techniques can occasionally be acquired by using other weapon skills. New glimmers will be immediately used once in that turn, and can be selected again in subsequent turns. Units are more likely to unlock new techs when fighting stronger foes. A light bulb icon next to a tech indicates the chance of it glimmering. The brighter the bulb, the higher the chance. Yeah, it's like a few % chance. There's also some like specific enemies that are better to glimmer spells and techs, like against others. We might have to like kind of be choosy with like who we fight in case there's like one more technique that we still need to glimmer. But right now, since like we know nothing, we'll be glimmering stuff left and right, hopefully. Hit your knees. We did knee split, which has a stun ability on it. A stunned unit will be disoriented and become unable to act for the current turn. Characters afflicted with stun lose their ability to defend themselves, leaving them prone to attacks. Probably a little useless on Bear to have, because usually Bear attacks last. You do need to use stun like early on in the turn order for it to work. There's also going to be other status like afflictions like paralysis, which like technically stuns them for a few turns, so that could be used like at the end of the turn order. And I'm going to keep shooting you with my bow. Alright, another tutorial. United attacks. Once the overdrive gauge is full, a powerful combo assault can be unleashed known as a united attack. United attacks can be used at any time on any retinue member's turn. United combinations can be selected from the appropriate tab in the battle menu. Alright, so we got an extra thing that we can do. United attack. Say if either like James or Gerard had like an AoE attack, it might let you choose between focusing on one target or focusing on many. But right now we just have punch slash.
Okay, I'll take the lead.
Punch harder. Slash harder.
Time to act.
Natura Tara. Don't know any of your weaknesses, so let's just probe. Probe for one.
I never let my prey escape.
Do I want to punch you?
Watch and learn, Gerard.
I'll stab you next. There we go. You are weak to short swords.
So long.
And great swords.
Our empire shall never falter.
There's a chest up here. And here we have puissance. Puissance? I think that's how you pronounce that. Liquor. This is the stuff that we use to restore our battle points. A medicinal liquor made from medicinal herbs that contain a trace amounts of magical power. Destroys 25 BP. And like how it just insinuates you're getting your units drunk. I don't know, like, I guess alcohol can improve morale, you know, and that can make them have more battle points. Yeah, it's just like the insinuation. Gotta get them drunk, and then they'll want to fight more. Oh, okay, your back is turned. I can finally do this. Preemptive strikes. Attacking the enemy on the field causes the encounter to begin with a preemptive strike. When a preemptive strike is triggered, all enemies take initial damage, and their movement speed for the first turn is lowered. Furthermore, the overdrive gauge will gain a few points.
We have the advantage here.
I guess I'll stab you. I know you're weak to short swords. I'm gonna actually use bow, because I really want you to glimmer your bow spells,
Watch and learn, Gerard.
if possible. Yeah, I'll try to fill the overdrive gauge. Oh god. Don't attack my infantry! Attack my heavy infantry. Not the light infantry. Okay, you're kinda hurting a little bit. Luckily they give Therese some magic. We have life water on her. We can use some healing without consuming a balm. Should I try to... I'll de-split you because you're attacking before. Nah, it didn't work. And a stun doesn't always work. Some enemies are more resistant than others. I think should I? I guess I'll life water. I'm like, could Therese kill this thing? But I'm like, I'm not sure.
Okay. We fought well today.
Alright, if you do lose life points, I wouldn't stress out about it at the beginning. It'll become more apparent later, but you will get new units. And yeah, like their life points like will reset. So like early game, like don't worry about it. Are you back? Get a back attack? Nope, you turned around.
We have no recourse but to fight.
Okay, I have a stored up united attack. I guess I'll just kill the jams.
Nothing.
For the glory of the Empire.
Oh, now you persisted.
Now.
Time to act.
Time to act.
Okay.
I still want to kill at least one unit, like please. Aha! I stunned one of you. I can just punch you. Let's see. Pretty sure you guys are probably weak to light. I don't think I can blind these guys though. I'm gonna have you just use your bow. I try to keep using knee split. I can only use it so many times. Bear only has 14 battle points.
It's my turn.
Alright, slow and steady. I'm not gonna waste any more BP on
Are you injured, Gerard?
Leon. Alright, got some HP increase on Gerard. That's needed. Okay, it's telling me that our BP is low. BP can be recovered using the appropriate restorative items, such as poison's liquor and natural essence. Items that can recover BP cannot be equipped to bring into battle encounters, so be sure to plan accordingly. Usually before a boss fight, there'll be a restoration point. So, yeah. You don't have to worry about going in with no BP. I think that's all the items that we can get in here. We got a crisp knife, which is not a knife, it's an accessory. Magic defense. Put it on Gerard, or... I mean, it might be better to put it on Therese for now, because... she's essentially the healer. Like, if she does, and less options there. There's also... Gerard's in the back, so he's harder to target. Okay. Like, we loop back around, there's like an enemy at the very beginning. This is kind of like a boss fight.
The fiends are attacking. Prepare for battle.
I'm ready.
I'm actually going to attack the devil in the back. The devil...
What should I do in this situation?
Mostly weak to... I don't think it has any weaknesses to magic. Don't have any... Can't really stun the devil on Gerard. I can use an united attack. I can either use light ball to attack everyone, or just use a double cut. I'll just use a double cut.
Attack as one! Away with you! Not
Just focus them down one at a time. I might be able to glimmer something. Although I might be able to glimmer something on the devil, because it's like flashing, so it's probably the stronger enemy. I'm gonna go for the weak point though.
Leave everything to me.
Bear probably needs some healing. I guess I'll use a balm.
Face yourself.
Nice timing. Not today.
Okay, good, you guarded. You would have survived. You're not weak to swords. There we go. Delivered hard slash. A great sword attack with a little bit more potency, but it does take BP to use. You're almost dead, but I'm gonna try to knee split you. There we go, we stunned him. I don't have to worry about him attacking. There we go.
It's my turn.
I don't think... There we go, you are weak to spears. You can kind of tell based on the weakness order, like, I think it's like usually like great sword, sword, and then short sword. You can kind of tell from the order, like, what the weakness could be at the end. I could probably finish it off with a united attack.
Follow my lead. We've splendid. Glory to the Empire.
Downing an encounter with a UA finisher does give us a little bit more technique points too. Extra little 5%.
Excellent. That appears to be the last of them. It shall take 2 full turns of the clock for the mages to weave their spell and seal the cavern. Once that is complete, those fiends will never bother us again. Now, let us away. The people anticipate your return.
Alright, completed our first dungeon. Like little tutorials, martial arts. They're good tutorials, like martial arts being determined by strength and speed. Load. I like the little sprites in the corner too. doing some martial arts.
His Imperial Majesty has returned! Look around you. The people yearn for a strong country and a brave emperor to lead them. As such, they expect great things of Victor, and one day you.
So it would seem, Father. I shan't betray their trust. I vow to protect the people of Varennes with my very life.
I am pleased you have returned safely. Gerard, I trust you are unhurt?
That I am, brother. Though it has taken longer than expected, I am no longer a hindrance in battle.
Gerard is much better suited to focusing on his studies than setting foot on the battlefield. Perhaps you should refrain from taking him with you on your campaigns? As the eldest, I feel the battles are best left to me.
I understand your position, but fear that the return of the Seven Heroes gives us little leeway in the matter. The hounds of war howl louder with each passing day, and as long as they do, chaos shall plague our lands. With threats facing us on all sides, we cannot afford to have Gerard shirk his martial training in favor of his letters.
Perhaps, but I feel the Empire also requires capable strategists if it is to truly thrive. I can think of none more suited to that task than he.
My lord, a woman by the name of Oriev requests an audience with you.
Her again. She is persistent. I will give her that. Very well. Show her in.
It is an honor to finally meet you, Emperor of Avalon.
I must say this is quite a surprise. I had expected Asiras to be a touch more wizened. Victor, Gerard, leave us for now.
Today is that woman's lucky day. It is obvious that Father was looking for an excuse that he could use to cut our conversation short. Remember that reading up on combat theory is no substitute for actual experience.
I will, brother.
Or like the little jab against Oriev, like at the end. It's like, I thought you'd be a little bit more wizened. Like she's supposed to look like an old lady. Alright, so we have control of Gerard now. A map of the current location can be viewed by pressing Y. I'm kind of doing that. All uncovered tutorials thus far can be viewed again from the main menu. Just go to menu, almanac, and tutorials in case we want to read them again. Alright, explore the castle halls. So you can also check the field map. Since we're not in a dungeon, this map is like, you don't have to uncover the castle. But yeah, we have some people we have to talk to. There's also many floors, but right now we just have to talk to the people on the first floor. Alright, we'll probably save that for next time though. We have a save point. Towns and dungeons will typically have a save point where current progress can be saved. While the game also has an autosave function, it is recommended to manually save often. Yeah, definitely save often. I find myself getting into like a sticky encounter and like, hold up, well, let me just reload to like lose all those life points. It's not as bad as Fire Emblem, luckily, where like if they die, they die. At least this way, you have like a countdown. You have a countdown for like the unit is permadead. Like a little bit more lenient there, but yeah, some of the enemies can be pretty rude with how they attack. Yuki doke. So technically, we do have Leon on our party, but we have control of Gerard. I will probably save here. Let's check our chronicle. Yeah, I completed this one. Yes, we defeated all the fiends in the sealed cave and cleared out the dungeon. With their mission accomplished, they returned home to Avalon, where the Crown Prince Victor awaits their triumphant return. Some of the quests have like different outcomes, so like how the quest is completed, this dialogue here might be different depending on what you chose. Obviously the beginning is not gonna have that many choices. Alright, and we'll do this next time. Upon returning from the sealed cave, the Emperor is offered some advice from his eldest son, Victor, who believes that his younger brother is better suited to politics than war. Poor Gerard. he is kind of weak, though. Just then, the Emperor is paid a visit by a mysterious Sirius and asks his sons to leave the throne room. Let's save. For file 1, I think we get... not 99, but we get 20 files. I'll probably do round robin. There might be some instances where there's like 2 choices and I might want to show off both choices. Might split off at some point. Keep an extra save, but for now we'll just go down the line. Alrighty. Anywho, yeah, it's kind of slow at the beginning. Not as bad as some other RPGs though. I feel like once you just need to like fight enemies like once through the dungeon, and I feel like you do get enough experience and money and like enough like spell skills without the need of like excessive grinding, which I did like in this game. Alright, anywho, hope you guys are having a fun and relaxing time, and we will continue this in the next episode. Bye-bye.